Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court with Krissy. With budgie season soon to be ramping up to full effect, here's one way not to behave when visiting the most beautiful place in America. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
So this is sentencing on the defendant's conviction of malicious destruction of personal property under $200. It was reduced from a greater offense, 200 to 1,000, because the damage was obviously over $200. The facts are that the defendant had way too much to drink. He'd been out hiking earlier in the day with some friends at Sleeping Bear, and then started to go to some local establishments, and again had too much to drink. At some point, he became obnoxious, was disorderly at the Northport pub, and made racial slurs toward the band members who were there. He had to be escorted out. And then when one of the employees went outside, they found that there were at least, well, here it says that he slashed 4 to 5 car tires, but I'm only aware of 2 tires that were actually slashed. If there are more, I'm just simply not aware of them based on the report or from the parties' input here today. So there was camera footage that showed the defendant out around the cars, and the defendant was so intoxicated, apparently he doesn't recall most of what happened that night. He remembers being at the bar, and he even insulted the friends that he'd been out hiking with earlier in the day. And there's really no explanation for why he was so upset. And Mr. Kesby, the friend, told police officers, well, he's mad at the world. So that was his assessment of the whole situation. The defendant packed up rather hastily, went to a friend's house in Flint, but did cooperate with police when they got a hold of him the next day. To the defendant's credit, he obviously feels very apologetic, remorseful what happened, and understands how infuriating it would be to have your tire slashed. And one of the victims talked in his impact statement about having to find a different ride to get to the hotel, and having to go back and get a tire at Costco, put it on his car himself to save money, and just all the hassle that would have gone into having to deal with that situation. And these band members who will probably never forget that the last time they played in Northport, some angry guy was yelling racial slurs at them. So anyhow, also to the defendant's credit, he has no prior criminal history. He is well employed, makes good money, and apparently does important work fixing power lines. And this does seem to be out of character for him. But I do think that a term of probation makes sense, because I'm concerned about the alcohol issue. And I'm also concerned about, again, connecting the dots here between someone who ordinarily doesn't behave this way to someone who is upset over the loss of a loved one and takes it out on other people. So I am going to place the defendant on probation for a term of 1 year. I will consider early release from probation at the 6-month mark. If you've completed all the requirements and are otherwise doing well, the fine is going to be $100, $800 cost, 75 crime victim, 50 judicial system fee. There's no court-appointed attorney fee. Mr. Wall is retained. The restitution is $171.71 to Alan Craker, $452.99 to Rob Johnson. And the conditions of the probation are going to be as follows. You're not to consume or possess any alcohol, no minor or altering substances, no non-prescribed medications or illegal drugs. Let's see. You're not to behave in a violent, threatening, intimidating, or harassing manner toward anyone, and be respectful of all court employees and care providers. I'm going to give you an opportunity to write apology letters to the 2 victims in this case. I don't think we know who the band members are, but if we're able to identify them, I think that would be appropriate also. I think that would be a good therapeutic response for you as well. Those will have to go through Ms. Hull, your probation agent, because I want to make sure that they're sincere, and I want to make sure that the victims are not contacted personally by you.
Yes.
Okay. You're also to take and pass 8 times per month preliminary breath tests. Ms. Hull will have the discretion to reduce those at some point if you continue to do well, and you have done well. There haven't been any positives while on bond, but I'd like to see that go on just a little bit longer. You're also to submit to discretionary tests for both drugs and alcohol. I also, Mr. Wall mentioned counseling. And I think you need to figure out why you behave this way. I want you to obtain a mental health assessment and follow any recommendations that it has for counseling, whether that be grief counseling or anger management counseling or whatever. You need to get to the bottom of why this happened. And I think that goes along with protecting public safety in the future. There will also be 5 days of community service work in lieu of 10 days in jail. So that's 40 hours. You can perform that community service work in your home community, but it must be approved by Ms. Hull. You're not to have any contact directly or indirectly with Robert Johnson or the Northport Pub. Other than preparation of that letter that'll go through our probation department. Other than that, you need to report any contacts with law enforcement to your probation agent. Obviously, no criminal behavior. And if there's nothing else, good luck to you. And I hope this has been a wake-up call to you to take some action. Again, you appear to be generally a good citizen, but something really went haywire here. So I hope you figure that out, and good luck to you on probation. Anything else, Mr. Wall?
Nothing, Your Honor. I assume we can contact her between 1 and 3 today.
That's right.
I will.
Okay.
Contact information.
In fact, she'll probably talk to Mr. Bentley before he leaves here. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Judge